Hello, everyone. Today we have another inspiring guest joining us, Trine Angeline Sig. A brief introduction. Trine is the co founder and managing director of Real Relief in Denmark, a global organization committed to improving the lives of millions of vulnerable people. Real Relief provides innovative and affordable products and services to governments, relief agencies, NGOs, and private donors. And not only that, Trine has also over 20 years of experience in aid and relief work. So, without a doubt, Trine, your works and contributions have been truly impactful. Welcome, Trine.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are very much welcome, Trine. So basically, this is the second time I'm hosting you, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you for hosting me again.
yeah. And I must say, I found your organization and you yourself as a person are incredibly inspiring. Yeah, and the innovations, the concept, everything are just amazing to me, which is why I thought I just have to invite her again in this podcast. Yeah. So maybe a little bit, just a quick insight for some of the viewers who might not know Real Relief yet. Or maybe some of you already a little bit have some kind of an idea, but Real Relief is not only about the sanitary pads, right? When I come across your website, actually, you offer a range of variety products, including mosquito nets, right? Super towel, and also the eco blanket, and maybe some
True.
other things that I can't mention it now. Maybe you will elaborate later. Right. So basically, these products are committed, are designed to be sustainable and affordable and eco-friendly, of course, to help the communities in it. So, Trin, without further ado, the very first question that I would like to ask you today, could you please give an example that stand out from one of your products or services that has made a big, real difference in the community that you have helped so far? Please, thank you.
Sure. Sure. I think I want to highlight Safepad. And Safepad is this reusable antimicrobial-treated pad that is now made from regenerated plastic waste. And the reason why I want to highlight Safepad is that, you know, I'm really struggling to find the justice here in 2024, where we still have millions of girls and women that don't have access to something as simple as a sanitary pad. And I know for a fact what a difference a very small product like Safepad can do to a girl or a woman in a setting where there are a lot of challenges. And, you know, having your period is not always welcome, but imagine having your period in a setting where you don't have access to pads. So I know that having access to period products is, can make a huge difference in the lives of girls and women. And that's also why I want to highlight this product. Now, Safepad is more than just a product. It's more than just a pad. It has this antimicrobial treatment that kills bacteria at all times. And that's important because a lot of the girls that we target, they do not have access to clean water.
Yeah.
So if you don't have access to clean water and you need to wash a reusable pad, it's challenging because then you would need the sun rays to kill the bacteria. Now you don't need to do that with Safepad because the technology will handle that part for you. So you can safely wash Safepad in any water source, even contaminated water, and you'll still have a safe and hygienic pad to use afterwards. Also, you don't have to flag that you're on your period, but hanging the pad outside using the sun rays, you can dry it in any ventilated area and then use it again when it's dried. And so for me, it's a very you know, it's a very simple product in the terms of being just a pad. Now, Safepad is an intelligent pad, but it's a product that can make such a huge impact. Um, Girls that have access to pads can attend school. Women that have access to pads can go to work, that can
Exactly.
live a life with dignity and participate in daily activities. Girls and women that don't have access to pads cannot contribute to the society, cannot live an independent life, a dignified life. So that's why I want to highlight SafePad as a product that might be small, but can have a huge impact on the lives of the users.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Trine, for that. And it's interesting that you mentioned about the technology in your effort. Somehow, the innovation has already stated or pointed out the simplicity of that product, but yet uh, there are so many other communities in it did not have access to it at the moment. So I see that as the challenges, as the current challenges, right? So now I'm interested to talk about the challenges. No, yeah.
Yeah.
What challenges? That's one of the thing, but I believe there must be other challenges that you have faced so far when it
Mm,
comes to introducing something new. When it
true.
comes to, it can be taboo for some communities. It can be something that out of their imagination at all. So perhaps,
Mm,
how have you also addressed this some kind of resistance from let's say traditional group of people or organization?
mm. Yeah, 100%. There is a lot of skepticism and resistance when you bring new novel technology to the markets. I think with a product like SafePad, it hasn't been that challenging when it comes to the technology, because what we have managed to do with SafePad is to take a known, proven, tested technology and applied it on a piece of textile. So it's easy for us to explain the technology. It's proven, as said, and it's thoroughly tested in so many settings. Now, we have also conducted lots of trials on the product SafePad as is, which of course will add credibility to the product. What I have found in terms of uh, challenges is more when it comes to the stigma and taboo surrounding menstruation. It's not often an easy topic to talk about, and that goes on all levels within the society, from users to buyers to organizations to donors to politicians, and I think we really have a task in front of us to destigmatize and detabouize menstrual health. This is a natural thing. And as all other natural things, it's something that we should be talking about. And the more we talk about it, the more natural it becomes. So for me, it's not only about distributing products, it's also about raising the voice, adding information and education to the package, to the product package, so that we can keep informing and educating all stakeholders, and hopefully by time make this the natural thing it ought to be.
Thank you so much, Trin. It's really interesting when you say there was one statement that you said about the more we talk about it, the more natural it will be. And I think, yeah, shifting the paradigm within our society, influenced by the cultural, religious, or any other kind of background, it's a really a huge task to solve. And I believe when you said the more we talk about it, the more natural it is. So it's heavily dependent on the community that engagement when it comes to raising the awareness of that particular thing. So I believe when you said about you have worked with some political parties, people, ministry, and other organization, NGO as well, I would like to get some insight from your own experience and your own opinion as well. What are the best ways to work with these diverse groups, considering that they may also have their own interests, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good question, and I wished I had cracked that nut, knowing what to do.
Yeah.
But I think we need to go back to the information education part that mental health management is not only about products, obviously. It's also about information and education. And I still find people in my part of the world that do not even believe that this is such a huge challenge in other countries. I also find people in Denmark that do not feel comfortable talking about periods. I also find well-educated people to whom one would think that this is something very normal and easy to address, that do not find it as easy and normal to address as it ought to be. So I think we still have a way to go, and not only in a country like yours, but also in a country like mine. So it's a worldwide problem that there is still taboo and stigma surrounding menstruation, and it's a global problem that it's not getting the attention that it ought to have. Just as an example, we have the Sustainable Development Goals that address a lot of different fields, yet menstrual health, that is something 50% of the population is facing, that's not written into any of the SDGs, not even in brackets. It's not getting the needed attention, and without attention there will not be a strategy, there will not be a politic, there will not be a plan, there will not be a budget. And
exactly.
we still have a lot of girls and women that cannot afford to buy products like pads, that girls and women that are forced to use unhygienic means that will give them other challenges and problems, or girls and women that have to sell their bodies for a pad. Again, back to it's 2024. I don't it's not fair. It's really not fair. And if I wish that the decisions makers would also see that it's not fair. But even if they can't see that part, they should look at it from with a financial lens, because it actually is a smart investment to get girls and women to contribute actively to societies, and I think it's documented that if a girl get an education, then it's more likely that she gets a job afterwards, and it's then also more likely that she contributes positively to the gross national product of the country. So if not because it feels good, then at least do the investment in girls and women, because it is a smart investment and you will see the return on the investment.
Wow, exactly. And now I'm a little bit overthinking about your statement that it is indeed that it's not yet in UN agenda, unfortunately, and I think it's really a shame and unfair, because this is really, really affecting, almost like when because we are a woman, we can understand how it feels when, because I've been also in Uganda, and I saw some girls when they are on period, and they don't even have access to any pad, so they have to be in such condition. They can't go to school, they can't do anything, they just stay at home, something like that. And the thing is, they are also suffering in hunger. They can't even go out to get the food, something like that. And such situations, sometimes we overlook the need of, let's say, the menstrual hygiene, the safety pads, innovation, how it can really tremendously helping uh, these girls, these women, to address these challenges that can probably solve other challenges at simultaneously, something like that. So yeah,
So true.
yeah, it's a sad reality, because UN is something like, I mean, an agency that should be the first one to take like one head step, something like that. Then we can get more support and take an action plan to make it further, something like that. Anyway, moving on, because yeah, I believe you don't have a lot of time as well. Last question actually for today podcast, Trin. How do you see the future of humanitarian aid changing with the new technology and also the need for sustainability solution? What, and also when it comes to real relief, what role will real relief play in the future?
Yeah. Well, I see a shift in the future of humanitarian aid. I do believe that there will be an increasingly leaning towards more sustainable technology-driven solutions, and that uh, is important, and the way the future should look like. At Real Relief, we will continue to look at bringing innovative, sustainable, life-saving and life-improving solutions to third world countries, because that's our mission. We will also continue to do what we call technology transfer of some of our products to the countries where the needs are. As you know, we have successfully transferred the technology of Safepad to quite a few countries. So we have productions of Safepad in Uganda, in Tanzania, in Zambia, in South Africa, in Nigeria, to have local communities involved to build capacities and empower women in the countries where the needs are. And that's something I personally I'm very proud of and very passionate about. I really want to drive development in the countries where the needs are. I want to work with local women within the countries that know their communities, and everything else that you need to know when you bring new technologies to a country, and we'll continue to develop new solutions that will meet or respond to tomorrow's diseases or challenges. And I can just break a little bit about what's coming up next. Real Relief has been working with a global set of partners to bring the first disposable pad, but a disposable pad that is what we call biotransformative, which means that if it's left in the open, it will transform into a wax that can be absorbed or eaten by microorganisms within the environment. So it's what we believe a product that will play hopefully an important role when it comes to distribution of disposable products, because in some settings it's it's hard to handle a reusable product. You might not have access to water, you might not have access to drying stations, you might be on the move, or there might be other reasons for you not wanting to use a reusable product. And that's where this solution comes in handy. Then if you have to use a disposable product, then at least let's make sure that it's a disposable product that is not harming the environment. As you might know, a disposable pad that is left, a standard disposable product that is left in the open will take 500 to 800 years to decompose. And what we can do with our new innovation is that if it's left in the open, it will be gone after 2 years. So it's quite a revolution compared to what is on the market today. So I can't reveal much. It hasn't been launched yet, but it was just a little teaser for the next podcast that we'll be having together.
So I'm the one of the lucky one just to hear this
Yeah,
very
exactly.
the early bird news. Wow.
Pre-launch
Pre-launch.
is happening
Exciting.
today during your podcast.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very honored to hear that. I believe I'm not the first one. If I'm the first one, I'm very, very special.
You are among the first to
Wow,
know.
thank you
As I
so
said,
much, Trine.
it hasn't been launched yet, but it's going to be launched very soon. So yeah,
Wow.
now it's out there.
I'm very excited and looking forward to that definitely. And yeah, so Trine, it has been very, very insightful, inspiring thoughts and sharing from you. I'm beyond grateful to have you here today in this podcast, and I really, really appreciate your, I don't know, your dedication, your effort, your hard work to make this innovations out in the world, to put this out there, because it was not exist, but now you keep going to push the society to make it as a something normal, something like to destigmatize, like as you say, to de-taboo this new innovation. Yeah, and I believe that I'm an optimist person, and I have a very positive belief that with it takes time. It may take time, but it will eventually catch up with the society, the other organization, politics, and all nations. Yeah. So,
I hope
Trine,
so.
I hope so too. I'm very much hopeful about that, and very much excited also to try on myself once it's the products here in the Netherlands.
100%. I'll make sure you get a
Yeah.
sample.
Yeah, and yeah, once again, Trine, thank you so much for sharing your incredible insight, your inspiring work with us today. It's been really pleasure to hear about your journey, the impact, and the difference you're making in the world. Thank you so much, Trine. We are very much
Thank you
grateful.
so much. Thank you so much, Cindy, for having me. It was a pleasure as always.
And that concludes our episode today. Stay tuned for more stories of compassion and advocacy in the episodes to come. Until next time, remember, kindness is contagious, so let's keep spreading it far and wherever you go.